we want to do is, well, you came late and we can't go back because we are not a radio. So happy to see you. So happy to see your faces. And I'm going to call on someone very, very special. She's special in a lot of ways. In fact, at the end of the day, you're going to wish that I wish this person is going to be my mentor. Because we are once people of your age. We were once at this level that you are. Meaning that down here, a few years down the line, you're going to be us, right? She's a woman that supports young adults, support the youth. She's wonderful in all sense. She's beautiful in and out. And what do I mean by that? When someone is very charismatic, when someone sees that, look, there is no impossibility. Everything is possible.
She's done a wonderful job for this association, and we're happy to see you. Happy that you're here. So, lastly, I think we should do some house cleaning before we start. Part of the house cleaning is I'm just going to plead with you guys to have your phones on silence or vibrate. And if you need to pick an important call, you can just step outside to pick a call, because we don't want you to miss any of the important thing that you want to, that you need to take care of. And so I'm going to hand over the microphone to her, so she's going to kind of start from here to complete the affairs of this event. Thank you very much once again, and have a blessed one.
Thank you so much, our dear President of the ODUNA. The whole of the US, as big as it is, that's our president. We really appreciate you. We thank you for all your hard work in keeping the organization going, and for your interest, especially in the young adult. This group, I know how keen they are to you, and what you've been able to put in place. And I know all the values you fought behind the scene for them. So we're really grateful for the leadership. We appreciate you and your family so much. All that you see today, all this convention is no small feat to put together. Chapter on chapter, he's the president and he had to be doing all this. There's a lot of work behind the scene. And we pray that continue to give you the grace, the strength, and all the will and all that you need as you push through this life. Thank you so much. And hey, my dear young adults, I'm so happy to see you guys. Please, President, I always tell the parents, the young adults to keep coming to the room.
That's why I'm good.
I'm so happy to see you guys. I really love being with the young ones. I'm a mother of two myself. I'm a 28 years old and a 30 years old. They're not here. Why? They are more into their father's side. Their father is from the kitchen, you know. So they're like, you this Offa, you're so arrogant, everything Offa, what is Offa. So because of that, they kind of, you know how you guys are. When you want to prove that we are here too, they just decided to be on the Ekiti side of things, which is because their dad is from Ekiti. Anyway, I'm so happy to see your faces. Some of you, I've seen pictures. Now I'm meeting you in person, and you're all wonderful, wonderful young adults. So, what I would like to do, we just, like the president has kept this open, and just keep rolling, because we have some guests, we have people that are coming from, that are not part of ODUNA or even Offa, that we invited to speak with you guys. And a little bit about myself, well, I was most like you too, but I grew up with mindset that there's nothing impossible to accomplish in this world. And my first profession was in pharmacy. I was a pharmaceutical chemist, worked a little, and then I changed my career and went into technology. And I've been in technologies 31 years this year. So I've seen it now, and I work with young ones. I enjoy working with them, and I can see different. At the same time, we have the same view, depending on how you're looking at it. Learn a lot, but I don't want you to just listen. I want you to interact, ask questions. Young adults have a lot. You guys know that the information, you have more information. The information that comes at you in an hour is more than the information that we got in 10 years of our young adult life. So you have a lot. And that's what the adults don't know most of the time. That you self-esteem, nobody should put that. what you have in your brain, always say. Don't be too shy. Just diplomatic about it. Nothing will happen. Nobody will cut off your head because you ask questions or you challenge those. You know, you need to challenge for your own sanity so you can understand why something is happening. So, you understand of your name, where you reside. Okay, as a president, son.
My name is Jonathan Law, and I live in Brownville, Indiana.
Okay, good to see. Yes, our brother. And if you say anything media, media is the one in charge. So thank you everyone for that short introduction. Thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself now?
That's fine.
Please. Introduce yourself. You are here. Okay, thank you. That's one of being here, guys. All right. So thank you all for introducing yourself. Good to see you. Now let's move on to an interactive workshop, and that will be conducted by Dr. Miriam Ige. So please, a round of applause as she steps forward. Actually, you should have put your missus there.
Does the PowerPoint work?
The PowerPoint, did you send it to them? Okay, let's see. Who's in charge of this? Yes.
I don't know. I'm really up in here.
Come on now.
Yeah.
What if I want?
All of them have to be able to look again. Maybe
Oh no.
Maybe we should put it on the podium so she knows. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so maybe you should just, it's this one thing. Yeah, we should reach. I think. You okay? Yeah. I think it's just yeah, you can put it there.
Honestly, okay, so I'm Miriam. It's nice to meet everyone. I did think I was going to give this talk to young adults. So I think this is more like geared to older folks. That's okay. Like we can all learn about eye health. I'm an ophthalmologist. I recently graduated residency in Chicago, and I moved to Queens, New York, where I'm about to start practicing. Although I'll be talking about eye health, honestly, if you guys are interested in medicine, interested in the journey, anything about it, I'm always happy to talk about it. Yeah. I think this is like a full circle moment for me because I grew up with ODUNA. My parents have been coming to this since I was a wee baby, and so it feels good. Okay, so just to start us off, so why do regular eye exams matter? Early detection of eye diseases, oftentimes many of them can be silent. When we grow up, I think our first introduction to eye health is glasses. Many times, I think a lot of you are very lucky and don't wear eyeglasses, but many of us do need them. They're very important. Prevention of vision loss. So there's some diseases that you can unfortunately get that you will lose vision from, like glaucoma or macular degeneration, which we'll talk about later on. The eyes are very unique in that they're the only organ in your body that when we look in them, we can actually see blood vessels, things like that, so we can get a good understanding of what's going on in your body. And so oftentimes I'll see patients and I'll be able to diagnose things that they didn't know they had just by looking in their eyes. And then updated glasses prescription, which you all love, and we can get our cool, nice glasses or contact lenses, whichever. I don't know. So ophthalmologist versus optometrist, I think it's important to just touch base on this really briefly. So an ophthalmologist is someone who's a medical doctor. They have an MD or DO, whilst an optometrist is a doctor of optometry. So an ophthalmologist, this is someone who after college has gone to medical school, then residency, then maybe even fellowship as well. So in total, you're looking at like minimum of 8 years of training. Whereas an optometrist is half. So after college, they go to optometry school. An ophthalmologist can perform eye surgeries, whilst an optometrist can't. An ophthalmologist can treat like very complex eye diseases, whilst an optometrist, they can treat more routine eye care, they prescribe glasses. And ophthalmologists can give you all the medication, whereas for an optometrist, they're a bit limited. But that's not to say that you shouldn't see an optometrist. I think they're great and they're really good in what they do. But just know when you're seeing an optometrist, know what you're seeing them for. Okay, so what do you expect when you go for a full eye exam? So they'll ask you about your medical history. You guys are very young, probably don't have much. They ask about your family history, which is very important because eye diseases do run in family. So something to ask your parents about. They'll check your vision with the eye chart. They'll check your glasses prescription as well. They'll use like a slit lamp exam, which is basically a microscope for us to be able to see like very tiny detailed structures in the eye. Or check your pressure, which is a great screen tool for glaucoma. And then oftentimes they'll dilate your eye, which lets us look in the back of the eye to see the structures there. And that's like the back of the eye, so you can see the object nerve with the vessels, the retina. Again, you guys will not expect to have cataracts, but we'll go over it. So cataracts is something that happens when the lens in your eye becomes cloudy over time. Honestly, everyone develops cataracts if you live long enough. Very few people are not bothered by it. And you can see the symptoms of cataracts. So you can have blurry vision, some people will need more light at nighttime when they're driving, they'll get halos and glare. To treat it, the ultimate treatment is surgery, but you can correct for the symptoms if you're not interested in surgery, or you can wear glasses too. Glaucoma, another disease that mostly affects older folks, but there are people who get glaucoma who are born with glaucoma, and there are people who get it as young adults as well. This is a disease that involves damage to the optic nerve, which is basically the cable that connects your eyeball to your brain. And glaucoma is one of those scary diseases because people oftentimes don't realize they have it until it's too late. I like the picture on that would be your right. So at the top, you can see it's normal vision. So you can see the entire picture. For early stages of glaucoma, you can't see the kids in the picture. The thing about glaucoma is it affects your peripheral vision. Your brain does a really good job of filling in the blanks, and so you think you can see, but you actually cannot. And so, someone who has early stage glaucoma, they can't see the kids, and it's really dangerous because if you're driving, you don't see the kids accidentally. And then someone who has later stage glaucoma, it's just more peripheral vision loss, and so it's just basically like tunnel vision. And then when you have like late stage and advanced, the most advanced form, you can go like completely blind. So risk factors, again, family history. So like I said, ask your parents what eye health issues that they have or that runs in the family. It's always good to know so that you can get screened early on. Certain medical conditions can increase your predisposition to getting glaucoma, and as well as certain medications. So if you take a lot of steroids, things like that. Treatment for glaucoma. So again, once vision is lost from glaucoma, you can't get it back. So we really focus on keeping what you have and preventing further vision loss. And so we do that with eye drops, lasers, as well as surgery. Diabetic retinopathy. Okay, you can have some kids with diabetic retinopathy. So this is a disease that involves vision loss from diabetes. And diabetes affects everyone all walks of life. There are people who are born with diabetes. For this disease, oftentimes, like if your diabetes isn't well controlled or you've had diabetes for a long time, you see people with diabetic retinopathy. And sometimes people walk into our clinic and based on what we're seeing in their eyes, we will even diagnose them with diabetes. So ways for the symptoms, blurry vision, floaters. I don't know, sometimes you guys may see floaters now, even though you're young. So it's like little tiny flies running around in your vision. Yeah, I'm not saying you have diabetic retinopathy, but things to watch out for. Flashes, lights, as well as almost like a curtain coming down in your vision that doesn't move when you move your head. To prevent diabetes or diabetic retinopathy, you want to get a healthy diet, exercise, all this good stuff. For treatment for diabetic retinopathy, oftentimes we'll monitor it if it's really mild. But we also have laser procedures, eye injections, believe it or not, we do, as well as surgery. Okay, overall tips for keeping your eye health, up and for maintaining your eye health. So as much as possible when you go out, you want to wear UV like protective glasses, eat a very healthy diet, rich in eye nutrients, take screen breaks. We're obsessed with our phones. And so it'll do you good to just take a break. I think they have the 20-20-20 rule. So for every 20 minutes of screen time, you want to look 20 feet away for like 20 seconds. And then control chronic conditions, which none of you have because you're all young and healthy. So don't ignore your routine eye exams. Ideally, you want to see someone once a year. Don't use expired eye drops. Don't rub your eyes aggressively. Don't smoke. You guys don't smoke. Okay, overall. So your vision is very important and it plays a major role in your quality of life. Please schedule your regular checkups. If you guys have any questions about eye health or even medicine in general, I'm obviously happy to answer them. It's been very lovely speaking to you all. Yeah, go ahead.
So what exactly was your pathway towards like finding like what you wanted to do in life and specializing, and like what like what school did you attend, and like who did you get to mentor, like what internships did you take in order to get to this point?
Yeah, that's a very lovely question. So I'm trying to figure out how long of an answer to give you, but so I actually went to high school in Nigeria. Like my parents, they sent us all to Offa for secondary school or for high school. And so when I came back, I wanted to be closer to home, which is New York. And so I went to Stony Brook, which is the state school. And when I was there, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but being from a Nigerian household, you can't go to college and say you're undecided, like you have to pick something. So I was like, I stumbled. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll be an engineer. And so I picked biomedical engineering, and I really liked it, but I thought it was too. I like talking to people, and I felt like I didn't get to do it enough. And so I got to shout out a doctor, and then I was like, oh, I love this. And so that's how I changed my course to medicine. And then I went to medical school, which was lovely. During medical school, you get to rotate through different specialties. Ophthalmology is very niche, and unfortunately, it's not you don't do it unless you request it. But I had gotten to the end of all my rotations, and I was like, I like a lot of things, but I'm not in love with anything. I was talking to my mentor, and he was like, you know what? Why don't you just try ophthalmology? You sound like you'll like it. You're into tech. You're very detail oriented. You like surgery. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then the first day I was like, oh my god, I love this. Like the patients are amazing. I get to build long-term relationship with my patients. I get to do my own imaging. I get to do surgery, and I get to sit down for my surgery. It's just lovely. And so that's how I got ophthalmology. In terms of mentors, so oftentimes what I would do is I would see someone who was doing something that I wanted to do, and so that's how I would connect myself to people. And honestly, you don't have to have one mentor. What I found is you can do multiple mentors. Different people will give you things that you see yourself wanting to do, or you like the way they do certain things. So they've accomplished something that you would like to do as well. I think that's who I would chance to gravitate to. Are you interested in medicine? Do you know what are you in? Neurosurgery? Okay, girl, we need more black nurses. So do I. Are you what level of engineering?
I'm going into
Nice. Oh, that's so lovely.
how long did it take you to get to this?
No, I'm totally fine. I'm 30. Old lady. Old lady. No. So college is 4 years. Medical school is 4 to 5 years. And then I did residency for 4 years.
And then, were there any like specific internships or like ways you were able to, or I mean, working in medicine while studying?
So I was very fortunate that I did well in school and I got like really like academic scholarships, so I didn't have to like work during school. And then once you finish with medical school, residency you get paid. So even though it's like, you know, you're learning, you're getting paid, which is good. I mean, it's not a lot. You're still a government worker, but you get paid, which is nice. Aboard! You guys, if anyone else has any questions, then, oh, go ahead.
Was it easy
front
to
of camera.
find someone
Yeah.
to chat with?
Okay.
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that there are a lot of people in medicine. And depending on, like, if you put yourself in the space, like what you guys are doing now, if you put yourself in a space to network with people who are doing similar things, oh yeah, you'll definitely be able to find someone who's doing what you want to do. I found that there weren't a lot of people who looked like me, who were doing the things that I wanted to do. That I did find challenging. But nevertheless, you know, knowledge is power. I'm not saying just because they don't look like you doesn't mean they don't have a wealth of knowledge to give you. Go ahead.
What are some like tips and tricks or advice you have for someone who's trying to get into like good med school and some things that they should take into account during college?
So I feel like everyone says this, but it's really important to do well in school, you know. I think it frustrates me because grades are not everything, but unfortunately it's like, you know, your first impression, and you know how they say first impressions do matter. And so if you can do really well in school, like you're setting yourself up for just a lot of success. And so grades are important for medical school. Another thing is like volunteer work. So they want to, you know, medicine is all about giving back and taking care of folks and putting others before yourself. And so they want to see that, I mean, you can say that you want to do it, but they want you to have demonstrated that you have a history of caring for people and, you know, looking beyond yourself, giving back to the community. So even ODUNA, being involved in ODUNA, that's an excellent example for community service. Research, which you know what, when you get to college, you can figure it out.
Are there any big things you have to do in order to get into like med school or like just a community service?
I don't think I wrote any papers, but I definitely was heavily involved in research. Like I was presenting at different conferences, doing a lot of research. I did well in school. I did a lot of community service. I did a lot of leadership as well. So like organizations, I was running quite a few. Honestly, I think I was doing too much, but it all helps. And then I think the biggest thing is your story. So your story is your story alone, and it's yours to tell. And being able to tell it in a way that's inspiring definitely goes far.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Again, that was really short and sweet. And I hope you all gained, I gained from that, so I hope you guys do. But I'm sure you did because I like the interaction. That was really good. I'm really impressed, so good job, guys. Now, the next thing on the agenda is Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim, but he has a meeting, so I'm just gonna go and do the TED talk. So, to me, it would have been done with this meeting. So, let me see this. So look back. I'm gonna open you this. Can you see the screen? Let me know if I'm good. So tech talk. We're gonna make this interactive, very interactive. So who can tell me what is technology? There's no wrong answer, there's no right answer. Just tell me what, yeah. Right.
It's like computers and stuff, and like there's a lot of math and science.
Okay, yeah, that's good too. A lot of computers and stuff. There's math in there, there's science in there. Yeah. Anybody? Is it fine?
I guess technology could be considered like an evolution of innovations.
Yeah. I love that.
In just the modern day and how it's like, innovations have evolved over time.
Yes, that's good. It's evolution of innovation. Another.
Say, like, in a simple way, just anything that has to be electronically, like, ran is technology.
Yeah. So you can see that there is yeah, everything is in it, right? It depends on the lens at which you're looking at. Technology is that field that is so broad, broader than medicine, broader than anything you can think of, and it's also inside of everything. And that's what we just, what I want to do today is to take you through, and this is not to say, oh, everybody should do career in technology. Well, this is about how you can see how technology fits into everything and what you need to do with it in your field in this 21st century. So, what I try to do is this is called word cloud. When you have different words and you put them together, it's something like this. It's called word cloud. So I want to show that technology is in every field. Catering, plumbing, everything, medicine, banking. So it came out like this. I didn't like that because this looked like you're just showing different sectors. For this, so I tried to do this, and that's what it is. Those tiny is that's each field you can think of. Healthcare, law, education, finance, agriculture, engineering, logistics, retail, art, science, pharmaceuticals, research, media, data science, social work, urban planning, entertainment, banking, insurance, customer service, transportation, telecommunication, marketing, energy, security, public policy, environment, construction, real estate, manufacturing, and so on and so forth. So you can see that our technology is right in the middle, and it's into everything. Everything is connected. And that's why the modern day that you guys are growing up in, I don't want you to be, you need to be go-getters. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm just going to be in finance. I want you to look at your finance major from the perspective of technology. So in other words, technology is a tool. Is a tool that, see, technology as a tool, not a destination. What is a tool? A tool is that equipment that you use to achieve a goal. For example, if I want to, we all have clothes. For these clothes, what are the tools used? The sewing machine, the needle, the thread, So it's a tool. In medicine, technology has been used so many tools. After medicine, all these gadgets in the hospitals, it doesn't matter which field of medicine, technology is there. Even in catering, to cook food, now you can even ask AI, how do I make my money? It will tell you. So that's how you have to start thinking. You have to start thinking, how do I do what I'm doing fast and better with the use of technology? So technology is so advanced now that you don't have to repeat or redo so many things. The challenge I will give all of you is you need to learn how to use AI. There's so many AIs out there. You don't use Google. Google Gemini. You want to Google and type Google Gemini? That's AI for Google, which is an advanced, and you can ask that anything. It's similar to ChatGPT. And there's so many tons of AI out there. You want to take photography, you want to create art. You don't even have to know how to shoot cameras. If you can think it, that's technology. You can think it, you can have it. Let's say you want to create somebody flying, and you're just imagining the person is flying and has all this thing. You can just tell AI, I'm thinking somebody's flying to Canada, he's doing the photo shoot, give me the best art. So that's the way I want you guys to think is how can I be the best banker to move millions and billions? How can I be the best banker with the use of technology? How can I be the best nurse from a tech perspective? How can I be you want to be a neurosurgeon? I don't think I have it. I will always remind you, so how are we doing without neuro? How can I be the best surgeon? There's so many robotic, surgery now. How can I be the best surgeon with the use of technology? But that's what's going to set you apart from other surgeons, from anybody in your industry. People sell real estate. Anybody can sell real estate, trust me. But in this day and age, you need to know how to use technology to set you apart. And that's the perspective I want you guys to think. This is not before, when we were growing up, you actually have to be in technology. Like I told you, I was a pharmaceutical chemist, and when I got to the US, I came in here for PhD pharmaceutical chemistry. But I changed to computers. And since then, I've been in technology. And I've been able to do a lot of things in healthcare because technology cuts across. I've done projects all across those industries. So, but I have to be in technology. But now, you do not have to major in technology before you use technology to make yourself better and to achieve the best and to be the best in your area. Let's say you want to be a road engineer, construction engineer. How can you leverage technology to do that better? See, so that's what this is about. You see, technology is a tool. Just let that sink into you. So that means if you're trying to even study for your exams or anything, and you want to think, how can I study this better? Let's see ChatGPT can explain this topic better than my teacher or any textbook. And you see that ChatGPT will explain it better and give you tons of different ways you can look at it. So that's the way I want you guys to be thinking. Because in your generation, what will set you apart is the digital content, is the technology part of what you do. Even if you want to be an athlete, how can you leverage technology? Because you can leverage technology. You want to be the best footballer, you can leverage technology. You can leverage technology to be the best. Let's say you want to be a commercial real estate person. You can leverage technology. Because I tell you what, if you're a road construction person, you can leverage technology to say, okay, that portal there, that we look at the portal on the road, I'll tell you the area, the size of that portal, and every material you need to seal that portal, the name of the material and the amount. And that little information right there that they have to tell you, just like somebody taking a picture, will have taken months for when way back the people will be looking at the portals, right? Start looking at, oh, we need shovel, we need the bitumen, we need all that. So I want you guys to start thinking. You don't have to major in technology if you don't want to. Before, parents used to force kids into this or that. You don't have to really major, but you have to be technology savvy. You have to love technology so that you can excel in whatever you want to do. And every career, you can make money. It doesn't matter. Even if you want to be a hotelier, you want to go into thing, you can make money. But how? When you apply technology, that sets you apart. So it's a tool. So technology should serve people, not overshadow them. It's a tool, so you use it. It's not something that should be controlling you. You have to control it. You have to use it. Use tech intentionally to solve real world problems. See, you have to use it intentionally. Then that's what technology does. It solves problems. I'll think, okay, what's the word problem? All right, this is what you then, if you can think it, you can birth it. That means you can think it, you can create it. And that's the power of technology. Every profession uses tools. So what story are you telling with yours? It doesn't matter. Even if you're not, you don't even know what major. What's your passion? What do you like as a person? When I cancel people, I mentor them, I find out that what they're doing is not even what they really want to do. Because their passion is completely different. Their nature. Even people who are in tech, there are so many aspects of technology. I talk to some people like, so what do you like as a person? Who are you? By the time they tell me, blah, 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 I say, no, you can't be in this area of technology. Why don't you look at this area? Even if you're a recruiter, I've seen somebody who just loves to talk to people. Like, you find a state. You put him alone in the room here, you might as well kill him. But you tell him that now, like 1 million people go through. And so I asked, so what are you studying? And I said, I'm trying to be, an engineer. I said, oh, okay. So, but what do you like? So I just love talking to people. I just want to talk to people. I said, okay. Being an engineer, you're not going to be talking to people that much. So, what would you really love to do? It's like, I would really love to talk to people. So, do you like teaching? So then you need to be a salesperson. It's like, huh? Yeah. My parents will kill me. I said, well, because they don't understand. You are a salesperson. Because that means you should be able to sell anything. It's not just saying I'm a salesperson. What would I say? I said, you want to know what? That means you can sell anything in this world. You can sell real estate. And you have your niche in the real estate. Go for luxury commercial real estate. Where you're talking billion-dollar deals, million-dollar deals. Then sell cars. We'll sell Lamborghini. You want to sell smart cars? Yeah. So I put it through some tools, and today, he's not just selling automobile, he's selling ships, he's selling planes, and he's just rolling in money. It doesn't matter, he will sell you anything. He will sell all these big ships to like kings and queens in the Emirates, he will sell. And it's just, and that's, if you are not engineer, or whatever they wanted you to do, you may be struggling. So use technology as a tool to what you want and drive growth from there. So that's it. Now, moving forward, that's why I like when you say innovation. See, innovation beyond Silicon Valley. We all know Silicon Valley in the US is like the capital for technology. Well, you don't have to be in Silicon Valley. I've worked there, so I know. You don't have to be in Silicon Valley to innovate. Again, you don't have to be in technology field to innovate. You can always partner. Let's say you're thinking, how do I create? If somebody is thinking, what we call telepathy, we can just think like, okay, how do I create something that will be a telepathy so that I can know what you're thinking? You can think like that. You may not know the technology to accomplish it, but you can partner with someone and you guys can bring it to life. You can innovate anywhere, any angle, any profession. Just look for the right brain to partner with and bring it to life. So innovation isn't tied to geography. It's about mindset. Doesn't matter what your zip code is. I don't care what you look like, where you live. I have young people in Nigeria who are innovating. They don't have 10% of the luxury or the exposure that you guys have. But I can tell you these are brains and they are innovating. So just know you are not limited. I like a generation because you are the generation where you are unlimited. If you want to be, whatever you want to be, you can be it, regardless of where you are. So innovation is about your mindset. What do you want to bring to life to help people? I always say this, all those scammers who scam people, this brain they're using to scam. And I just put it to good use. I'm solving people's problem. Because it's a lot of brain for the scamming their brain, right? So then that brain box says startups are rising in fintech, health tech, edge tech, and more. And it's true. We have a lot of Africans doing great stuff. Then the last one says you can contribute from anywhere. Think globally. That is very key. You guys are American, you're American kids. I call you young adult, you're American kids. America as a whole, especially the pure Americans, when I first got here, when I say, oh, not in this world, in the whole wide world, I always, I have the concept of the world, right? From Nigeria, after. It took me like my first 5 years to know when an American say world, they're actually talking the US. And rightly so, because almost everything is in the US. Almost all the races of this world, they are here. So some of these people have never stepped outside. Some of them have not even gone to the airport. And they will say the world. But they just mean the US. But for you guys, you are in the US competing, but I want you to think globally. Think of what can I do that will move globally? How can I be better in my profession and reach globally? When I created Kwara, it was way before COVID hit. I've been thinking telemedicine. I was not even thinking US. I was thinking globally. So the first release was you can use it from any part of the world, even now. You can call to a doctor from China, speak to a doctor in UK, do anywhere, anything from anywhere in the world. So I want you guys, and the temptation with American kids, that I don't want you guys need to set yourself apart. Why? Because one, you are from Offa. That's number one. We are go-getters. We break, embrace. You have one, you have from Offa. Two, because God has given you the opportunity to be here. So you're being here, your parents have paved the way, done that sacrifice. It's not easy to come all the way from Nigeria and start all over again here and build whatever all your parents have today and have you here and still maintain, the career. It's not an easy thing at all. If you ask your parents, they will tell you what they have faced, all because of you. So now that you are here, that's why I'm so hopeful about your generation. I want to be seeing you guys. Don't sit on the sidelines. I want to see you in the White House. I want to see you. The only thing you cannot, you are better than us. For those who are born here, you can be the president of the US. The only difference for people born here and for those who also are naturalized that we cannot be US president. But you know what? We can be in the capital. You can be lawmakers. I want to be seeing you, those places where maybe 300 years ago they would never think of people like you being there. You need to break ceilings, you need to go for it. Don't let anybody tell you, it's a myth when they say, no, they don't, black people can't do this, or because you are this, or because you dress like this. No. I mentor Somalians. And Somalians, apart from the religion, which is Islam, they dress hijab. Some, that's their tradition, their culture, the way they use the hijab. And I've seen a lot of Somalian kids being deprived of opportunities because of them dressing in hijab. And that interested me, because I like to challenge some craziness that don't make sense. So I started gathering those guys and started advocating for them. I'm not an attorney, but I can use technology very well that you think I'm an attorney. And I started going to government people. And what I used to tell, most of them are girls. I used to tell them, I don't care what anybody think. You guys are smart. Don't let anybody marginalize you because of the way you look. I have one of them graduating as a pilot. He said, really? I said, yeah, I just want to be a pilot. I said, then go for it. She's like, yeah, no. I said, says who? I took her to the flight school. You don't register, you don't be the pilot. I want to see you up there. When you're flying over my house, you call me. And that's how she started. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It's on me. Especially in the US, that's the beauty of this nation. You need to take advantage of that. The United States is still the only country. I've traveled to so many countries. That's what I do for a living. It's still the only country where you can be whatever you want to be. Other countries are not like that. There's a lot of restrictions. Here, forget, the black, it's a myth. I've done a lot of projects for me to know it's a myth. So please have that in mind. So, let's
I think he meant
disciplinary technique. The technology intersect all fields as I shown. You don't need to be a tech person, you don't need to be a programmer or a coder to be a technologist, meaning you can just use it as a tool. Future identity and cultural legacy, and this is where we come in. Because you are Nigerian American, you are all Nigerian Americans, right? Why is it Nigerian Americans? Because your parents are Nigerian, so you are Nigerians first before you then be American, whether you're born here or not. So being Nigerian American is an asset. It's an asset. That's what I've been saying. You need to use that opportunity. Use digital tools to preserve and promote a heritage. So podcasts, YouTube, blogs, and all that. When you're doing something unique, put yourself out there. Get into blogs, get into all those podcasts. You want to share about your heritage, do podcasts. You'll be amazed how people will join. If you believe in something so much that you think can benefit someone out there, don't worry, just put yourself out there. Use technology. You don't even have to have a degree before you can start making money. Listen, you just love to encourage others. Get yourself out there. Start on YouTube, do podcasts, encourage and see people subscribe. So that's what I mean. Always remember that having dual citizenship is an asset that you need to use advantage. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You want to play basketball, be the best at it. You want to be a surgeon, be the best at it. You want to be a dentist, be the best at it. It doesn't matter what you are. A lawyer, I want to see you up there, the Supreme Court bench, making laws. You want to be a politician? Let's go for it. Start competing at the mayor level of your local government. Start advocating for people who are voiceless and be the best. So that's that. Ownership versus participation. So number one says move from being users to creators. Some people will spend 15 hours on Facebook, like, I don't even know what they do. It's like, what did they do on Facebook to even spend 2 hours? Scrolling. The society, we consume too much. consume clothes, we consume drinks, we consume toothpick, we consume. You need to create. Creating. If you think, I like the way this is, think of how can I create it? Don't consume it. So that's why now we say move from being users, move from being users of Facebook and all these things out there to being a creator. Number two, build platforms, write code, design systems. Again, you don't have to use technology to write codes. Partner with people. Number three, don't just consume, innovate. Talk a lot about that. Lastly, building with a purpose. Balance ambition with impact. It's all I'm saying. Whatever major you want to major in, you want to be the best, even soccer player, balance with impact. What's the impact? How will I impact my generation? How will I impact my, my family, my society? So that others can benefit. So give back without burning out. Give back. By giving back, you are encouraging others. See? And you don't burn out. The last thing is mentorship, diaspora collaboration. That's what I've been saying. You're in medicine, you want to create something, look for the right people to collaborate and create. And the challenge, this is my final thoughts, and this is my challenge to you all. Number one, you are the bridge between cultures, generations, and professions. That's all I would say, right? You're the bridge. So, what does that mean? Let your innovation empower others. I need you guys, when I look back in my life, then I'll be so old. In 20 years' time, I will be hearing that hey, he's the great of this, he's the great of that. This one is in the White House, that one is in the cabinet. This doesn't matter. The world is so all together now. Even though you are going here, you can be anything in any other part of the world. Don't limit your scope. Lastly, build something that outlives you. That's called legacy. If Bill Gates died today, Microsoft is there. That we outlive him forever. Build something that will outlive you. Think as a creator. Use technology as a tool and know that everything is possible. The only thing that is not possible with technology is only one thing in the entire thing in this world is the way we breathe. The air that we breathe in and out. That's the only thing technology cannot do. Everything else technology can do it. So keep pushing forward. Any question?
So, my question is, as I see a lot of like my peers, my age, so I'm going to say I'm senior year in high school. See a lot of my peers that like, as you're talking about like the use of AI, the whole talking now, we can use it to help us. I see a lot of my peers falling back on it as like a last resort of like, oh, I have a test, bro. Like, as using it to cheat or like, how can that's it also on ways you can use AI and stuff like that appropriately and not like let it be a last resort of not knowing what to do.
Thank you so much. So, this question is basically that I can use AI positively and not negatively. Like, a lot of high school kids use AI, quickly to do tests, to cheat, to do all that. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm advocating about that. Use technology as a tool positively. AI is a tool. And how can you use AI as in a positive manner? For example, maybe you're just thinking, is it possible to create something that will help people who scam. Maybe you saw a kid and just having difficulty to speak, and you are thinking, how can I help this person? That's where you can use AI. You can ask AI, what can I do to help somebody who is struggling to speak? That's a positive use of it. If you're trying to do anything positively, think AI. See, technology is just like any tool. Every tool in this world has both the positive and the negative. Take a knife. A knife is a good tool, right? To use cut meat, cut banana, it's the same knife that can kill someone or cut somebody's finger and then you want it in the hospital. Same thing with technology. It's like any tool. So what you want to do is to look at the ethical side of AI. That yes, I know it's a dangerous weapon. At the same time, it's a weapon to do the best thing in life. How can I use it so that AI does not replace me? So when you see your friends using it on the negative side, you can talk to them, but then you try to think how you can use it. What is it that you want to solve? What problem, even if it's a personal problem, that you think you want to solve, and you can use it? Or how can you help people in the world to, and then you can use AI to achieve that. Try to stay, it's unfortunate that there's been so many laws, especially here in the United States, against the ethical use of AI, and the cabinet, the administration is still struggling. But unfortunately, that's technology. When I used to consult for all these big companies, work for the Packard, Accenture, and all of them, we always say tech consultants, we are necessary evil. So that's kind of ironic, right? We are told they give us evil, but at the same time tell we are necessary because we solve their problems. But once we get there, where it's also evil because we'll keep solving their problems, they'll keep money from them. So it's like these tech people are necessary evil. And that's technology in a nutshell. It's bad and it's good. It's both evil and it's both right. So always think how you use it from your, to do something positive for your friends. Then just tell them, advise them. Unfortunately, there's really nothing much you can do. Because how you use it that matters. And you think of your heritage. See, that's why you have to balance your culture with this innovation. Okay, any other question? Going on. Any other question? Okay.
My name is Richard Saidala. I want to ask questions about, I think you have been asking questions. I don't know whether someone will ask some of the questions about AI. How the AI impacts the new generation in terms of the health services, machineries, jobs, because I've seen a lot of jobs being cut lately. What's the future for the young adults going into the IT?
Okay.
Let me say, for one example, I've seen that my company cut about maybe 15 to 30% this year. I was glad I escaped it. And this is not the first time, back on about 7 or 8 times. But what about the other people coming behind us? What are the prospects? What are their future?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So the question is that with this AI, what is the place now? AI is here to stay, right? What's the impact? Because a lot of people have they've lost jobs to AI. AI has replaced them. So the concern is that how is it going to affect you, younger generation? So this is the way I would treat that topic. And I do a lot of speaking about AI. The truth, yes, AI is going to replace some jobs, but not all. Now, what I want you to, I've been saying, I want you to be creators. I don't want you to be consumers. You have to always set yourself apart. Now, the type of jobs that AI easily, like even me, I've replaced employees with AI. Yeah? If it's a routine thing, even before AI, and I know, yes, I know that. Before AI, banking industry, technology disrupted it. In this America before, you see all these big buildings, banks. When technology came, they start moving into grocery stores. They start shutting down all the big buildings. Because you don't have to go to the bank to deposit a check anymore. Before, in this America, we used to go to the bank. To even the paycheck is pure check paper. And then you go to the bank. You want to get $1, go to the ATM. You don't have to do all that. So because of that, banks started shutting down, laying off cashiers and all that, even before AI came. So the first thing AI takes away is anything routine. Even in my own company, if it's routine, why do I need to be paying someone when I can just run the AI? And AI is 24/7. It doesn't take a break. It doesn't drink water. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do smoke break. See? So don't do anything that will be routine. That's why you have to think creatively. Even if you want to go into photography, you want to go, let's say you like to draw, just like art, you like to draw. Yeah, you can draw. So you don't want to be that traditional photographer. You want to use AI to enhance your art. Don't do anything that when you go to work today is the same routine. Tomorrow is the same thing. No. AI replaces you. The other thing for your generation, think entrepreneurship. I want you to think as a business owners. Don't think I want to be an employee for life. Not everybody can be an employer. No. Not everybody can be a business owner. No. But when you have that mindset, it makes you a different employee. Because the way you're going to do your work, you're going to do your work as if you're running that company, compared to somebody who is there to just collect paycheck. And guess what? Employers notice that. They notice employees who just come to do their job. They nothing venture, nothing gain. It's the same thing. Collect paycheck, go. Than an employee who goes extra mile and think outside the box. When it's time for cutoff, I don't need to look twice. I'm calling out the one that doesn't think outside the box. Always think outside the box. What does that mean? If you're supposed to move this thing, let's say this microphone, you want to move it from here to there. And that's the task. You need to think, should I move this straight? Or do I need to go this way before I go that way? If I go this way, what is the time we take? Think outside the box. Bring ideas. You have to be an idea generator. What AI will not do, AI can not replace the human intelligence. Our brain is very complex. Remember, human beings are the one creating the AI. AI are not creating anything. AI themselves cannot create. We program them to create. So you think you are the creator of AI itself. Think outside the box. Don't go for profession. Please, I beg you, don't go to college and be studying English and be doing. I have 15 majors you don't want to go near. I'm going to give it to the president to release it to you guys. Don't do that. You can spend 4 years, one, you're not going to get a job, two, you say no. There are 15 professions or majors you should not go there. In fact, one can be a fashion designer and still be better than any of these majors go to study in school. The creators think from a business owner perspective. What can I do? How can I have my own company? I want to have a media company. Go for it. You don't even have to finish college before you establish your media company. What do I need? Ask AI. How many AI do I need to put together? I want to be making money while I'm sleeping. You can do that. How? Get AI, put AI together to be doing something for people. Take service. People always need service. Even tracking, even hotels, take service, surgery. It doesn't matter what it is, service. How do I solve people's problem? Go for career that solve people's problem. Food alone. Even career that centers around food alone. You will make it. AI cannot replace that. You use AI to accomplish it. You use AI to farm. Let them start creating cassava and all these things so there will be garri all over the place. That's why China is using AI to build buildings. Buildings that will take people 6 months. AI is building it in 3 days. What's the point? They are machines 24/7. See? So think from a business perspective, what can I do to solve people, to serve people, to solve their problem? People will need transportation. How do I do that? Think from there. Don't do mundane anything. Anything that you can say, just go to do and I can relax. They know that AI will let you go and relax permanently. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Does anybody have any other question? And I'll give the president those 15 majors or what do you call it? Yeah, majors that you don't want to do in college. Don't do it. It's a waste of money. You are not going to find job. AI is already taking over all those.
The question is, when it comes to like the design process, whereas you're trying to innovate something or do something to help our community, what is the first place, what is the first train of thought one person should have when they're trying to make something like that's their own, like innovate something into their community? Like, what is the first place one should start?
So the question is, let's say you want to innovate something within your community, what is the first thing to do, or where is the first place to start? That's a very good question. Because if you know how to start, then at least you know how to continue. So when you are trying to innovate anything, meaning you're thinking something and then you think, if I can create this, you will help people, you will help my community, you will help. This is a word of caution. Don't think of creating anything because you want to make money. You'll be frustrated. As a creator, money doesn't come first. It's your product that goes first. As a matter of fact, the first 3 years may not make money like that, right? So the first thing you do when you want to create something for yourself or your community is you want to think, write what you want to create down. Just write it down. Doesn't matter how you write it on paper, I would say write it on a form, type it somewhere. And think, okay, which of everything you want to do, what do you think you are skilled at? Is there anything on that list of things the whole story of what you want to create that you think you yourself can handle? Let's say I'm thinking I want to be making clothes for all homeless people. Let's say that's what I'm thinking. Okay, how do I start? Well, not a tailor, so I have no clue how to sew it. But I know I can start thinking the type of clothes. I can say, okay, when the time they will need jacket, what can I do first? Once you know what you can do, then whatever is left, don't stress yourself, use AI, go on Google Gemini, go on ChatGPT. Those are free resources. There's tons of free research AI out there. I just say to sew, whatever, to do, blah, blah, blah. What do I need? And you see what they will tell you. And that's how you will know who and what you need. Because you already know what you can do. The rest is what you don't know. And that's when you use AI as a tool. And when AI tells you this is how you can go about it, you already have your game plan. That's your roadmap right there. Ask AI, what do I need and who? When you learn to use the 5 W's, that letter W. Once there are 5 things, when you know those 5, you know it all. What, where, who, when, and which. When you ask AI any of those, what do I need? Who do I need? Where do you think I can get them? Those 5 W questions, ask AI for the things that you have no clue of what you want, part of the things you want to pay, and they will tell you. So that's how you can start. So if the person is to write it down, when you write it down, that is what created it. You can imagine it, then you write it down. And then you circle what is in your own domain that you can handle, and ask AI about the rest. That's the roadmap. The roadmap is that step by step of who, when, where, and what to do. Okay? Any other question? So I'll say let us take 5 minutes break, and then we'll come back. And then, guys, you will have to be back. The rest of these other speakers, it's real estate. We have money. I'm going to tell you how you make money, right? So let's take 5 minutes break, and then we'll come back. Thank you, guys. It's nice to meet you guys. You will introduce yourself after we get back. Get everybody else introduce themselves. Where is this? Where? At 1?
Yes.
What time is it now? That says together. Oh, food court?
No.
Oh, okay. So, not the best. What's the time?
I feel you. I'm actually a freshman in college. I'm going into get out to so like at this.
Yeah, because he had a meeting, that's why I swapped.
I would have done so. The rest of these people are already in some good schools.
That's me.
Okay,
so we're supposed to do Mr. Now you're like you has to, but let's actually talk to the others.
What is your dream of? What is your kind of dream of working in field engaging? What's your passion?
CEO.
What?
A company.
So you want to become CEO?
Skills? Okay, tell me.
If you first paycheck to your parents.
Your first paycheck to your parents. Wow. It is awesome. We're going to watch after that. Right, see guys, what we're talking about here is financial literacy. You will build money. You build wealth. When you start working, you need to be able to know how to save. Not just buying the latest iPhone, because you guys love to use the latest things of iPhone, everything. Only that. Yes, you need to do a lot of things for yourself by buying nice things for yourself. You must also have a saving culture. See, when Doctor was talking about the tech talk, use technology to advance yourself in everything you do positive. Same way, you use that technology to advance yourself financially. Right. And that is what we are talking about here. You want to see how technology will help you in your finances too, in planning your future, in planning your retirement. Retirement, just like I said, it is not just all about when I'm 50 years old. You can plan from when you start earning, because it's all about discipline. Earning $10 an hour, and you save $2, you spend $8, and you can imagine the power of compound interest on $2 when you don't have too much to use money for. And you said to your parent, I want you to start putting that $2 in something that's going to be, multiplying me in the next 15, 20 years. So what am I saying here? Is don't always think when you get your paycheck as a young girl or a boy, you just want to spend everything. Let us cultivate the habits of saving. Right. Cultivate an habit of saving because, see, your parents, they cultivate an habit of savings. That is why you guys are like this. Because when you need something, you run to your parent. You say, Mommy, I need this. I want to buy this. You said we should buy this in school. What do? Okay, Mommy said, okay, don't worry. I don't have too much money now. Let your daddy go. And they look at it. Okay, Daddy, give me $5. Give me $50 or $7, and you get trouble. It's because they have some form of what? Savings. So, guys, the psyche here is for you guys not to think that when you started working, you just want to spend money. Yes. And finish your money. You must have an idea that you have to cultivate a savings habit. Are you guys with me? Am I making sense? Just like I said, I have a slide to present, but not for you guys. I was thinking that slide is majorly going to be for you guys that are making like $30 per hour. But I can see that we're still making $10, helping us to make $15. Maybe when next you come for this convention, most of you will be making maybe $30. We'll be talking more again, right? So, financial literacy is all about thinking future, thinking about financial planning, thinking that my mom has about $1 million. How did she do that? She has a good credit. She was saving money. She was disciplined about money. She has a financial planning. Your mom has a healthcare agency. How did she do it? Just like Doctor said, using technology advancement to do everything positive in life. The same way you use technology to do everything about financial planning. Be disciplined. Don't be reckless when you are working. Don't be reckless with money. Right? Don't be reckless with money. Be very disciplined about money. Don't be the type that will see $10 today and I just want to finish it. Buy cookies, buy, everything that you can think of, chocolates, buy everything. Just want to spend it and finish the money. So that is financial interest. You must be wise. Very important, guys. What else do you want us to talk?
How to get money?
How do you get money? Okay. How do you get money?
If you want to work.
You cannot make money. If you are not good enough to work, you cannot make money. You will only depend on whatever your parent gives you. That's it. So when you are not good enough to make money, you only do what? You only allow your parents to give you what they can give you to sustain you and face your studies. You face your studies. Just like doctor said, you have everything to do everything, to get everything at your own disposal. You can become anything positive. There's nothing stopping you guys from becoming whatever you want to become. Nothing is stopping you guys. Nothing is stopping you to become a millionaire. Nothing is stopping you to have money more than your parents. Right? So it is you, only you, that can stop yourself. All of us love money, right? And how to make money? We need to be very smart. Work smart, work hard. Not working hard or working smart in a negative way. Just like Doctor said, some people, just like the question you asked, some people using AI to cheat, to rob people. Do that. Yeah, it's a smart way for them to quickly rob people and they make money. Tell me, it doesn't last. They get in trouble over time. So don't do that. Make money in a legitimate way. What is making money in a legitimate way? Who can tell me? Good. Working at a store. Working at a store is making money legitimately.
I'm looking at places that have no
Okay, which is true. See, working smart to make money legitimately. Okay, that's good. So you guys know that we need to make money, but in a legitimate way. We are from Offa, right? Offa people, we don't seem to be seen where what things are. Watch. Ask your parents. You will never see any of our people in any bad, kind of. They are always positive. wherever we are. We are always hardworking. We make money legitimately. What are we talking about financial literacy? What are we talking about financial planning? How do you make money legitimately? How do you save money? How do you build your wealth in a legitimate way? It's very important. Don't build wealth in a crooked way. Don't make money in a crooked way. Don't be smart than your peers and you think you want to do it in a negative way to make money. It's all about the top here today. Just like I said, I have some slides, but not for you guys, because you are not yet making too much money. And we want to use it planning something that is big for you now. But no matter what, you're making $10, you're saving $2 through your parents. You can imagine in the next 20, 50 years, how much money you're going to make in a compound interest. That's what we're doing. Yes. So, without wasting much time, if there's any question from anybody or anything about me, let us have it. Thank you, sir. How about this 17 next month? Okay. Yeah. Right. One, being young, 17, 18, and then I'll make extra money, try and probably establish some sort of small business outside and having school. Because school, and they try to take out the business for said. What kind of strategies you have that I engage to make money? Without from home, trying to, I do my parents that I can do this within a house. It's not about my call, but go and beyond my call to make extra money. Or to work with the neighbor, doing the lawn to make extra money during summertime. And what are the best strategies to do that? Thank you very much for that question. So, as a young adult, 18, 19, 17, how do I make wealth? Just like I said, building wealth is not, or building money for your retirement, not to when you think you're going to be like 50 years old, 40 years old. You're making $10, $15, and you're saving maybe 10% of it. 10%. Expert says we should save 10% of our income to plan our financial strategy and time. That's 10%. Imagine somebody making $10. Now, how much is that? 10%. Wow.
10% of $10 is $1.
So $10 multiplied by 8 hours. $80 multiplied by 5 days in a week. So multiply by 4. So 600, 1600 multiplied by 10%. So meaning that if you are making 1,600 in a month, 160 should be set aside every month. And you build that over time. And you can imagine the multiplier effect of that in 10, 15, 20 years. If you do that, 4% return on investment, you can imagine how much that's going to be. So, what engineer asked me now is, how do you guys build wealth? You can see that it's not only when you have too much money that you can start building wealth. Even from the little you make, 10% of it, you start using that to build your money. But how do you make money at a young age? You can make money by what? Having to do summer management. What are those summer jobs? On the lawn, if you have that energy to do that, right? If you have energy to do that. Doctor talked about artificial intelligence. How many of us that scroll through our phones all the time? Just scrolling. Then you are just checking somebody's Facebook. And you, instead of you to participate, right, in building your own page that people will be scrolling on, you are only scrolling on somebody's page all the time to see what they are doing. So during the summer break, what can you do? Talk to a lot of people that are techy to teach you on how you can turn that to money. How you can create content that will be monetized. Right? How you can create content that will turn to big deal. So when you want to be the type that want to go to the gym to be the gym instructor, you can be a gym instructor. Anybody can be. It doesn't mean because you have muscles. You can go through your YouTube, watch how to become a gym instructor. You can go through your YouTube, watch how to do so many things on YouTube, and you can turn that to money during your summer break. Are you with me, guys? Instead of watching Netflix, watching film, what do you want people to watch about you during the summer break? That's what we're talking about. That's how you can make money. There's so many things that you guys do. Even you, I can see you guys are brothers and sisters. You can begin to do something like a content in your house and begin to talk about even playing like this, and you start recording it. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. And when you do this like this, it's done to this. Somebody is recording you and you post it on YouTube and people start watching it. That's the content for you. And then you monetize that in a techie power. If you are physically fit, you can also do a line. Somebody going to work like you. If you have passion to take care of kids, tell your mom and say, some of your neighbors that doesn't know where to, have kids. Maybe for 4 hours. And you make extra income. So, we need to be able to think out of the box to be able to do something. That's the idea. It's not about, just thinking you want to become a CEO. You don't just become a CEO. What are you thinking in your mind to become a CEO? To be able to direct a lot of people and say, hey, you do this, hey, you do that. You must have a lot of things here to be able to impact on other people to become a CEO. That's the point. So we must be able to think out of the box. We mustn't just be thinking of food during the summer. Hello, food. They just want to eat. So, if that answers your question, I think you get what I'm saying. So many ways you can make money during the summer. What you take home today should be, okay, we've had so much talk about, making money being positive, being disciplined, and all of that. Sit down within yourself, think about something, and talk to your parents and see how you want to actualize it. Thank you everyone for listening to me. And have a wonderful convention. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much. You guys enjoy that? Are you guys ready to start making some money? That's what I'm going to do. All right, well, let's move on. And the next speaker is just one of you. So you're going to have fun. She's well experienced. Talk of money. Whatever you want to talk about, entrepreneurship. And so feel free to ask her everything. And she's ready to, she's actually waiting. She should have been on her way to the airport, but she has to do this. We can't do you guys like that. So let's welcome Ms. Damilola Tikwe. And please feel free to include your team on the money too.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Yeah, all right, so this is gonna be a lot of interaction. More, we'll get up, we'll talk. Hopefully you can meet one or two people today as well. All right, so thank you, sir. Thank you, Mom, for your presentation. It was really, really nice. So I did have a short addition to what he was saying. So something I personally do is that I saw this video on Instagram and I was like, okay, this seems like something I can do. I went and I got 100 envelopes, right? So then all the envelopes I did by 2, so I did 2, 4, 6, 8, but you could do by 1s, right? So number the envelopes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you get 100 envelopes. Are we all following?
Yes.
Perfect. So then what you do is that let's say a visitor gives you money or you get small money, you put it in the envelope. So let's say you get $1 today, put something in the envelope, you seal it, and that's it. Tomorrow, let's say you magically find a $20 bill. You put it in the envelope. By the time you're done, so let's say you do 1, 2, 3, up until 100. How much do you think you roughly have?
Like
2,000, because I heard 2,000, what else? 300, okay. All right, so thank you, Mom, for teaching us about AI. I ran the numbers through AI, and by the time you finish from 1 to 100 envelopes, you should be averaging $5,050. So it's just small steps that you need. I've been doing it for, my journey is a little bit longer. I've been doing mine for 2 years. I also am an oversaver, okay? So I've been doing it for some time now. But if you do it consistently, you don't have to have it done in one day. And what you do is that, you will seal the envelope. Don't open it. Even if you want the ice cream truck is there, or maybe you want these brand new shoes, keep it. All you have to do is get to 100. Do you think we can all do that?
Yes.
You said light work? Love it, love it. It's light work if you're consistent with it. It's actually a lot of fun. All right.
Excuse me. Yes. Do you want to repeat that so everyone can catch it?
Yes, okay. So just a recap. We're gonna take 100 envelopes. Go on Amazon, get some nice envelopes. 100 envelopes, right? You're gonna label each envelope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you get to 100, right? Are we following?
Yes.
So then what you do is that one day you add $1 to the envelope. Let's say you get $1 today. Maybe your mom or your dad or at work you get $10 tomorrow, right? Next day you get $30. You continue to put them inside the envelopes. By the time you're done with every envelope, that's 1 to 100, you should have saved $5,050. Okay? Do we got it?
Yes.
So that's what I do. But I do mine in 2, 4, 6, 8. And I think right now I'm down to, I think I have like 36 more envelopes. So sometimes when I'm feeling nice and the envelope says 20, maybe I'll put $30 inside. So to surprise myself when I open it later. Mind you, I've been doing this for about a year now, so it's fun and it's just an exercise that we can all do to get money. All right, so let me start into it. All right, so do you know what really blew my mind about business? It's like stepping into a superhero movie and the phrase "I'm tired" doesn't exist.
Now, imagine if Black Panther, he was fighting, right? And he says, I'm tired in the middle of the fight. Seriously, it's your dream, your passion, and that relentless goal of yours that turns your productivity into reality. Forget about sleep. Who needs it when you have a vision of greatness dancing in your head? Sure, there are days where discouragement knocks on the door like an annoying brother or sister, but you got to be the bouncer. Keep pushing through the chaos because every setback is another plot twist in your epic story. Grab your cape and let's make some magic happen. Good afternoon, my name is Damola Dikben, and I'm here today to discuss young entrepreneurship. Before I begin, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I work in comfort zone healthcare services. I'm a certified instructor for first aid and CPR. I'm currently doing my MBA at the University of Baltimore with a specialization in healthcare management. I hold an undergrad degree in information systems and technology management at the University of Baltimore. I'm looking forward to sharing insight and engaging with you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having me, and thank God for this opportunity. All right. So when we were listening to the money talk, I just remembered something. So my friend used to say that, leave Dami, if you tell her what's 1 + 1, Dami can look at you. But if you put a dollar sign in front of those numbers, Dami will answer it immediately. That's how I am. Put a dollar sign in front of any math. I got it in my head. I can do it with clockwork. So math, it used to be a struggle. But when you put money in front of my face, don't give me no time. I'll help you calculate everything. Even when we go to restaurants, you know that person will get the bill, that's me. By the time I divide the whole bill for everybody, everybody will be happy to say, yes, I don't feel cheated today. All right? So I began my first business at the age of 9 while in school doing a fundraiser called Pennies for Patients. Do they still do that fundraiser? So basically what it was that those pennies, you put pennies in a jar or like dollars, and then you'll take it to like the hospital for the patients, right? So literally pennies for patients, right? So I understood that to raise funds, I needed to provide something in return. So I went to the dollar store and bought a bunch of candy and sold it at the church for $1. By the end of the fundraiser, I was able to donate a significant amount for my school, but I also realized that I can make a profit from this. Every week, I would visit the dollar store, back when it was actually the dollar store, right? Buy candy in packs that range from anywhere to 5 to 30 pieces, and sell them each piece for $1. This turned out to be a lot of money for 9-year-olds. So all of you can start something, right? Even though you feel like you're young, you can always start something. After selling the candy, I began to think of other opportunities that I could explore. Fast forward to when I was 14 years old. I loved Sia. Anyone Sia lovers here? Okay, we're few, but we're there, right? I started selling Sia. I learned how to make Sia because my mom used to sell it and would often involve my sisters and me in the preparation. Over time, I found joy in cooking and selling it, right? Every Sunday, I would sell outside my church, even creating my own catchy tune. Suya, suya, come get your suya, it's just $5. So a group of us will sing it outside the church until everything is sold, which was really fun. I continued this business for over 5 years, regardless of the rain, snow, heat, or cold. So now imagine me with the cooler outside of church in the snow, selling suya. It would literally be snowing, and I'm sitting there, suya, come get your suya, just $5. And it was fun, it was nice, and that I was there every Sunday. Not only did I sell suya at the church, I also took orders for people. Eventually, I began supplying a restaurant with suya. The best part was that I would buy the meat at a wholesale price of $50 and make more than $150 in profit every week. For a 14-year-old, this was a lot of money. In 2020, I began working in comfort zone. One thing I noticed about myself is that I don't like sitting idle. While everyone was sitting at home during COVID, I used the opportunity to work. School stopped on March 13, 2020. And I began work on March 16th, 2020. I remember the first 1,000 that I was able to save up. I called one of my mentors and I asked him, I've saved up 1,000, what can I do? Can I start buying and selling cars? And he laughed and advised me to slow down and keep saving. Fast forward to my third business venture. being a first aid and CPR instructor. While I have many businesses I'm working to get off the ground, these are just a few that I've launched. My mind doesn't stop thinking of new innovative ways to conduct business, just as time hasn't stopped ticking. So now my first question is, who here has a business? If you do, can you please share the following things? Tell us about your business, how long you've been in business, what made you start, and what you love about it. Anybody? You're not sure? Talk. We're listening. Okay. Nice and loud. Okay.
So I play football, and I just started like mentoring like little kids.
Perfect.
Like around our town, just teaching. And I'm like trying to think about how scale it to be like more bigger, like actually get a space where I can work. Like I just do it on our high school football field, but it's been like pretty much the summer just trying to train you.
Okay, so that's really exciting. I feel like football is one of the sports where I was like, yeah, no. By the time the boys chase me away, I'm just going to sit down. But that is amazing because a lot of young kids like to play football, and a lot of them need mentors. And the good thing with football is they can also become one of their mentors, also advise them or something. So that is really, really good. Anybody else? Anybody else that has a business here? Okay. Hopefully by the end of this session, we can get some seeds or roots of some businesses going. All right. So, in the few years of having a business, these are some of the things that I have learned. Networking is an essential aspect of building a successful business. While I started selling suya, it became clear just how crucial it is to develop connection within your community. For instance, I made important connections in the African store nearby, which allowed me to purchase beef at a wholesale price, a privilege not extended to everyone. This network effort saved me between $1 to $3 per pound. So overall, that could be like $50 to $100, right? It was a lot. The difference was a lot, making a significant difference in my bottom line. Before I established these connections, I was traveling from Baltimore to DC. So that's like a 1 to 2 hour drive just to get my supply of meat. It was quite a hassle, especially since I was too young to drive and I relied on my dad to make the trip. But thanks to my relationship I cultivated, I was able to obtain the meat I needed much closer to home, which not only saved me time, but also cut down on transportation costs. The importance of networking goes beyond just immediate financial benefits. It fosters a sense of community and support among entrepreneurs, allowing us to share resources, information, and opportunities. Each connection you make opens new doors, rather it's in finding new suppliers, gaining referrals, or exchanging valuable advice. Networking also helps establish your presence in the market as people become familiar with your business and your quality of your product. Ultimately, the relationship I built were instrumental in my early success, demonstrating how vital it is to connect with others in your community. By reaching out, forming collaborations, and supporting one another, we can thrive together. Networking isn't just about gaining, it's about creating a community where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. On this note, I would like to persuade all of us, and if needed, change our circles if they do not improve us. As those who have gone before said, your network circle is what defines your network, or the one that I personally love. If you're around 5 foolish men, count again, you didn't count well. I'm gonna say that again. If you're around 5 foolish men, count again, you didn't count well. Does somebody know what that means? Yeah?
You're foolish enough.
You said?
You're foolish enough to be
Yeah, so that means you're number 6. That means you're number 6, right? So you have to be very, very careful about who you're around. You cannot continue to have a network of people who have no results and expect a difference within yourself. You must begin to get intentional about who we spend time with, who we listen to, and who we learn from. So let's make this a little bit engaging. Since we're a large group, I want you to stand up. Let me give the instructions first before you stand up, okay? I think it'll be on board in a second. I want you to stand up and give 2 solid handshakes. I want it to be nice and firm. and while maintaining contact, show enthusiasm. Introduce yourself by sharing your name, where you're from, and then your passions and goals. Let's keep it lively. Maybe even throw in a fun fact or quirky hobby. All right, is everybody ready? All right, get up. Let's introduce ourselves to somebody. Somebody that you don't know. You don't go to somebody you know. That's not fun. Go to somebody you don't know. Introduce yourself. Say your name. Where you're from.
Oh, Angie, do you mind scooting like this? Real estate. We're gonna have to talk to me. Trying to be real estate agent.
Oh my gosh. I'm ready on this. Alright, let's start knocking it down and going back to our expense. Alright. Can somebody tell me something? I guess since you are looking at me, give me my fun curtain. Okay, one fact about myself. I just thought of I love lions, okay? I love lions. If you go to my room, I think I have like 3 pictures of lions. I have a stuffed teddy called King from Lion King, and then I have like a statue of lion. I love lions, okay? So that's one quirky fact about me since I've done my main introduction. Alright, so somebody nice and loud, tell me one thing you learned about somebody else, maybe their name, where they're from.
I was about Mariah, and I just said she pretty much surveyed.
Okay, good. I love that. All right, you can go. Nice and loud.
I heard about this, that they said they're very smart, like that.
Okay, smart and like fashion. So I've heard crocheting. I've heard smart and loves fashion. All right, so one more person. One more. Don't be shy. We're all talking. Don't be shy. Missy, would you like to explain who you talk to? All right, go for it.
I spoke to Helen. Yes, and she's from Houston, Texas, and she took the drive, her and her sister down here.
Whoa. Okay. The drive. Okay, I love it. I wish I took the drive. I took the plane from Baltimore, Maryland. All right. So let's move into the next one. The importance of taking risk in entrepreneurship. Who likes to take risk here? Or who are like, who's like kind of like me, like, some days I like to take risks, it depends on what it is, right? You guys are like that. Or who's just like, I don't want to take no risk yet. I'm all good, don't even try it with me. Risk kind of feel like this. I get it. I feel like I'm a nice balance. There's some things where like, don't even try it with me. Where some things like, let's just give it a try, right? All right. So let's settle down. So taking risks is a crucial part of being a young entrepreneur. One of the best aspects of our age is the freedom we have to explore, try new things, and even make mistakes. We can start a business today, and if it doesn't resonate with us, we have the chance to pivot and explore other ventures. It's perfectly okay to juggle multiple ideas or ventures at once. The beauty of entrepreneurship lies in the ever-changing landscape of opportunities and the vast amount of problems just waiting to be solved. As we look around, it's clear that problems exist in every area of our lives, whether it's at work, school, or even at home. Identifying these problems gives us a fantastic chance to come up with solutions and in the process, potentially build a successful business. For instance, I recently had a conversation with a friend who attended a wedding. She mentioned a clever solution implemented there. So how many of us have been to a party and we have to pick up money off the floor? Yeah. Okay, how many of you had to count the money? Like, I can take it and count it and give it to people. No, they're like, yeah, they said I'm too young for that. Okay, we have a sometimes, like if I give you a 50, you give me 50 ones in return. So basically, this business is that they hired a team to manage the cash transactions through a machine. So what they'll do is they'll put all the ones that their team picks up from the floor and they'll put it inside the machine, right? Guests would simply insert their large cash and the machine would dispense the exact amount in change in ones. This innovation freed the guests from worrying about collecting money because members of their team were in charge of picking the money from the floor, allowing the family members to enjoy the celebration. It's a perfect example of how observing a situation can spark a business idea that fills the gap, enhancing an experience. I must admit, I was a bit shocked and hurt because I had a similar idea, but I just didn't have the time to implement it and the opportunity as well. Business opportunities abound. As young individuals, we have the unique advantage of flexibility and ability to take risks. Every successful venture starts somewhere, and many were launched by people who face uncertainties head on, just like me and you. So let's embrace the spirit of exploration and creativity, and remember that making mistakes is crucial in the part of learning. It's okay to make mistakes. Every day we make mistakes, right? The world is full of possibilities. And remember that making mistakes is a crucial part of the learning journey. You learn by your mistakes. Don't just fall today like a baby. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. When they fall today, I'll just look at them. Yeah, go stand up. Tomorrow they will try it again, right? So just like us, when we make mistakes, tomorrow we won't make that same mistake. The point is that we learn from it. The world is full of possibilities, and now is the perfect time to venture into that new business idea. So today, take that risk. So now, I will make you stand up for this one. So now, let's take a moment to reflect on a time you hesitated to take a risk and later wish that you've gone for it. Think about what held you back and how different things might have been if you'd taken that leap. Maybe it was a chance to start something new, speak up in a group, or pursue an opportunity. Allow yourself to really consider that moment and what you learned from it, and then get ready to share. So we're just gonna think about a time where you wanted to take a risk or wanted to do something different. So let's just take time, just think about it, and then we can go forward. So I'll give you guys over 10 seconds. Alright, does anybody have an idea or a situation? Yes, go for it. Nice and loud for me, please.
So I was in school and we were playing math wars.
Okay.
And it was my team and then another team competed for the prize. And I got different answers than my team. But I was trying to see what I did wrong. And then they were just change it. So I changed it. And they were wrong. I was right. We didn't get the prize.
Oh no. I sometimes have I was like, oh my god. Like especially like on the test where like you thought it was the right answer, but then you change your mind. Like, does that happen? You change your mind, then you find out that it's exactly that right answer. Like, why did I even do that? That's a very good example. Anybody else? I think you'll want to go.
I do like theater and stuff, and I went to this kind of like a convention. It was 2 days long, and I auditioned for this thing and I got accepted into it. But I kind of just decided that I wouldn't do it, but I could have made like a lot of connections going and all that stuff. And I assumed that my parents would say no because it was relatively expensive, so I just didn't ask them. But then later on, they told me that they wished I had signed up for it, and I kind of wanted to as well, but I just never committed.
Yeah, it happens like that. It happens like that all the time. It's like sometimes you wish you would have done that thing and just dang, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But next time you make that same mistake, right? You'll definitely go for that bar. It's perfect. All right, we'll do one more.
So I go to HBCU and they do these positions where it's like Miss and Mister. And last year for my freshman year, I should have gone up for Miss Freshman, but I was too scared, and I think fear held me back because I was just I was moving from one state to another, so I was kind of scared. and I didn't know like really what I was going for to. But if I would have gone for the position, I would have won because nobody else was going up against the other girls. So it was, yeah.
Oh, so you won by default. Wow. Yeah, sometimes it happens like that, where it's like you wish they would have taken that risk. But you know one thing that I've been learning, right? Especially when I went to do my master's, if there's one person that doesn't like school, I'm one of them. I just, oh my gosh, I can't do it. But when I was doing my master's, one thing that I discovered was that those 2 years are gonna happen regardless. Regardless if I went to school or I didn't go to school. The year 2027 would have eventually come, right? So always take that risk, right? So even when taking risk, the next point is no knowledge is wasted. There's no such thing as wasted knowledge. When I was in high school, I decided to take a course to become a certified nursing assistant, also known as a CNA. Perfect, right? I mean, what can go wrong? Well, it turns out everything can go wrong when you're the kind of person that goes pale at the mere sight of a needle. Oh my goodness. So for me, right, when I want to look at a needle, my doctor already knows me. She'll start starting by 77. She'll tell me to turn away. So we'll go 77, 76, 75. That's when she puts the needle when I'm not looking. I'm so afraid. So now imagine somebody that's so afraid of needles saying they want to work in the hospital where they do stuff like that. Listen, y'all, never forget. We'll try it again, okay? But let me set the scene for you, right? One day I walked into a room and bam, an open wound. Listen, my brain immediately went into panic mode. The first thought was that I need to escape this horror show. I left the room faster than a kid preparing for the ice cream truck. Or if there was an Olympic event for fleeing a medical emergency, I would have taken home the gold. I started fanning my nose with alcohol wipes. Yes, the same one used for cleaning. The one cleaning wounds, while simultaneously shoving sugar packets down my throat like they were candy bars. I thought I was going to pass out. Honestly, I kept muttering, yeah, I don't think I can do this anymore. But luckily for me, right around that time, COVID hit and poof, we were all sent home. Part of me was doing a happy dance, relieved to escape the hospital chaos, while the other side was sad. I'm sad because, COVID was actually no joke. So while I may have not pursued my dream of becoming a doctor, like I thought, I finally decided to focus on what I actually love, business. I enrolled in a course centered around business. Ultimately, the reason why I chose my major in information systems and technology management. As I continued my journey, I often found myself questioning my decision to become a CNA in the first place. I mean, what was I thinking? But when I started noticing that a lot of things that I learned actually came in handy with my new job in my healthcare agency, everything clicked together like a puzzle piece. My first NACPR training wasn't just knowledge for the sake of it. It became a practical experience I could draw from. But guess what? I'm still a CNA. I still renew my license because you never know when that knowledge or that experience will come in handy. One of the many things I've learned from this experience is that life is rather a blessing or a lesson. No situation is ever wasted. Every situation we encounter has a purpose, even if you can't see it right away. The key is to find a solution within the challenges we face, using what we've learned to grow and evolve. You'll be surprised how interconnected everything is. So today I was looking for a place where I could talk about my best friend. Everybody say hi to my best friend.
Hi, best friend.
Thank you. Say hi to my best friend. I don't travel without my best friend, everybody. And I honestly think that my best friend came from a situation where somebody had an issue, right? This is a portable charger. It also has, like, you see how it has this? It's a flashlight, right? The flashlight is really bright. It has some outlets, and then most importantly, it has a jump starter. I'm sure that somebody was stuck on the side of the road and realized that everything that they needed to be in one place. I don't travel without this. I keep one in my car, I keep one with me, and it's amazing. This is what they call a solution to a problem. Maybe the person was like, okay, I know that if I'm stuck and my car's having issues, I need a flashlight. Okay, what about if my phone is dead? So always think of things like that. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on a difficult situation you've encountered, because there's always a problem to solve, and the wisdom you gain can help you grow. So let's think about Eric Yuan, the founder of Zoom. Does anybody know why he created Zoom? I haven't seen you yet. Yes? Yeah.
I think he created Zoom because sometimes you can't always go in person, like a meeting or talk to someone. So it's easy to go on Zoom.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else? That's okay. All right, perfect. That was a very, very, very good one. As an example, before he created Zoom, he faced challenges in maintaining long-distance relationships, particularly with his girlfriend who lived in another city. Drawing from his experience and the things that he learned over time, and the difficulties of not being able to see her, he realized that there was a need for better communication too. This inspired him to develop a platform that will eventually change the way we connect, especially during times when face-to-face interactions became difficult. Zoom has had a significant impact on how participants communicate, particularly through the pandemic. Raise your hand if you've used Zoom before. I'm sure you've all used Zoom, right? It transformed the workplace, allowing people to work from home while staying connected with their colleagues. It also serves as a vital tool for friends and families to stay in touch when physical gatherings weren't possible. Beyond just business meetings, beyond just business meetings, it's become a platform for virtual celebration, educational classes, and meaningful moments that we wouldn't have had experienced otherwise. I remember back in COVID, I attended a Zoom party. There was a DJ and everything. It was cute. I liked it. As young individuals, we often feel like we don't have much to soak up. But every experience, whether good or bad, is an opportunity for growth. If we can shift our perspective and view challenges as a lesson, we can harness the knowledge to create something impactful. So next time you face a setback, remember the importance of using that experience to fuel the journey forward. You never know what amazing outcome might arise from it. All right, so the next point is that we rise by lifting others. As young entrepreneurs, it's essential that we support and uplift one another. It is something that I personally committed to fostering in my journey. Promoting your friends and encouraging them to keep going can make a significant difference. I try to offer thoughtful advice whenever I can, recognizing that many of my friends are navigating their own business challenges. Being intentional about encouraging means not only cheering them up, but also asking questions that show genuine interest in their work. Supporting their ventures can be incredibly motivating for both parties. We never truly know the struggles or obstacles others might be facing, so provide them encouragement and can be a lifeline. Moreover, building a community where we lift others creates a positive environment that encourages growth and resilience. Let's celebrate each other's wins, no matter how small, and create a network of support that everyone can thrive together. Together, we can raise higher than we could alone. I go by this mantra: protect and encourage those coming behind you, respect those beside you, and honor those who've gone before you. Again, protect and encourage those coming behind you, respect those beside you, and honor those who have gone ahead of you. So, this is our practice with this one. Let's take a moment to text a friend that has a business and encourage them. So, does anybody have a friend that has a business? Let's quickly just text them and tell them you're doing a good job, right? Because you never know what they needed. So, we're going to just take a minute or two, just text them, say, hey, yeah, I just wanted to let you know, somebody's imaginary text is cute. I just wanted to let you know that you're doing a great job. I see some people texting, let them know that, hey, what support can I do for you this week? I know that sometimes when I used to have meetings with one of my aunts, she used to tell me, how can I pray for you this week? So we're just going to take a minute or two to just text that friend and encourage them. All right, maybe we just need a minute more. You don't have your phone? And I'm sure, honestly, I'm sure that girl would really, really, really appreciate it. All right, so you can continue testing, then we'll just move on, okay? So, be uniquely you. In creating a business, being uniquely you. Let your business reflect your identity, values, and vision. Let it reflect your passion and what drives you. Never be afraid to let your personality shine through your business. It's the essence of who you are, and that's what people will resonate with. In the world full of competition, being authentically you will help your business stand out. Connect with your audience on a personal level. Share your journey and let them see the real you. Create a brand that tells a story, rather through the products you offer, the service you provide, or the interactions you have. Embrace your quirks and differences. They're what sets you apart in this ever-growing market. We learned about that earlier. Remember, consumers are looking for real connections and experiences that are genuine. By being true to yourself, you not only cultivate a loyal customer base, but also inspire others to embrace their uniqueness as well. So, let's take that leap and infuse your business with your true self. You might be surprised by the impact it has. So, now, I want you to turn to your neighbor and share something that you believe sets you apart and makes you unique. It could be a special talent, a unique perspective, or an interesting experience that shaped who you are. Take a moment to really think about it and be ready to share with the group. All right, so we're gonna actually stand up for this one and we're gonna talk to somebody else about it. Let's try to mimic our family. Let's try to mimic, talk to somebody else. Tell them about something that you feel like sets you apart. Stand up and talk to somebody else. Don't talk to me. Talk to somebody else that you don't know. Talk to somebody that you don't know about it.
You want to check it down? Just ask me that. Miss you lie. You're not checking on YouTube.
Okay. What makes you stand down? Bring our conversations to a close. All right. Okay. So now, does anybody you can share yours or you can share somebody else's? If they don't mind. What makes you stand out? What makes you uniquely you?
What makes me uniquely me is the fact that like I love to talk. I'm very extroverted, and out of like all my siblings, they don't really like to talk that much. But I'm the one who like really is set apart. Where if they ever need to talk or if they ever need to ask somebody a question, they come to me and they ask me to do it for them.
Okay, girl. All right. Yes, ma'am. What makes you uniquely you?
It's the fact that I'm not the type of person to be discouraged easily. Like, the fact that I motivate and job for school things and show fire, and also closeness in your department doesn't like demotivate me from like staying in the field. In fact, it motivates me to be the first person in my group that just like me Right. To participate in these kind of activities. And it was set like presidents and oh, she looks like me and she would not be I can do it. So the fact that like I'm the like odd one out that like motivate me. Right. So it's like motivates me to try to
That's beautiful. Very, very, very good. That's good. All right. Yes.
I said, like just always like wanted to be like in a leader position. Like,
Okay.
I always find myself, I want to like give a brilliant speech. I want to do this. Like, I want to like, yeah.
I love that. That leadership skill always helps. Anybody else? Please say your name so I can start to go face to it. Your name, yes. You can go your name and then you can talk. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it. Nice and loud.
My name is Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
I like to like make anything and everything.
Okay. You like to make is that like food or like in general?
Like things. Like I like to craft.
Okay, beautiful.
And another one, my friend said that she loves procrastinating.
Somebody said they like to procrastinate. That's what makes them musical. It can work. If you can set it to a talent, it definitely works. And they should like it though.
I said that like my willingness to speak up about things that like don't sit right with me. Like I'm a very vocal person. So yeah.
The words, yes, that's perfect. I like when people are vocal. Yes. You can go yes too.
I could take a lot of different topics, like new topics in a moment.
Okay. So like you grasp things fast?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I love that. I wish I was like one of those people. So that is working on. But that is good. Like when you soak stuff up, it's very, very good. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Thank you all for sharing. I'm having a lot of fun. All right. So our next one is don't just say do. Can somebody tell me what Nike slogan is? Just do it. Somebody beat you up to it. Just do it, right? So we've all seen that Nike slogan, just do it. Now, all the creators behind these amazing brands just sat and did nothing with their vision. If that was the case, we wouldn't have things like Facebook, solar panels, computers, or even gold chains. Everything begins with one person. One person who has an idea and refuses to just sit on it. It's about taking action and deciding to be different. Picture this. God gives you a unique idea that has the power to change your generation. But instead of acting on it, you sit on it for 2 years. Then he has the same idea to someone else. They take it and turn it into $1 billion enterprise. How would you feel? What would you say to yourself? Can somebody answer that? How would you feel? If God gives you an idea, a vision, and you sit on it, and then somebody else does that same exact thing. Yes? Why is it loud?
Why didn't I do it?
Right? Anybody else? Somebody from the room is full. You took it back. Dover, how do you feel? If you had an idea and somebody else didn't, the same exact idea. You said you're just like it is what it is, right? You said they beat you to it. They beat you to it. I think
I'll do it better.
You'll do it better, right? But I know that originally you kind of feel sad, just like that example I was giving earlier with the restaurant thing. Like when she was telling me about the person did, I was like, this is cute, but I'm like, I wish I would have done it faster. So it's just one of those things. Don't let your brilliant ideas or dreams fade away. On them. Don't just say you'll do it. Take action. The world needs your creativity, your voice, and your vision. Make it happen. Opportunities do not wait for us to feel ready. They come, and at a twinkle of an eye, they slip away right in front of us. The wealthy people you see today did not start their business or move because they had all the answers. They moved because they knew the importance of timing. Don't keep postponing because you want it to be all right. Start now. Now, take a moment to turn to your neighbor and open up about something that you feel might be holding you back. It can be fear, a limitation, or a challenge you're facing. And while you're sharing, remember to encourage them too. After you talk about what's holding you back, take a moment to remind them that every obstacle has a opportunity to be overcome. And it's all part of the journey of growth. Let's support each other. So if you didn't catch that, just tell our neighbor about something that's holding us back. And then I want you to encourage them, give them something to encourage them, to make them actually go out and do it. That's why we're ready to share. We're ready to share? All right. So, nobody tell me what do they feel like is holding them back? Share our listening. Everybody has their own fear. Do we need a minute more? So now, somebody share with me what they feel like might be holding them back. Maybe it's a fear, or what they feel like is holding them back. Don't be afraid. Okay, go perfect.
So for me, like I just finished school and everything, so I got my first position. I think I was more worried about getting the supervisor manager role, so I can't manage a team. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what put me in the lower role, so this is that person like a manager. But I think I want to work on building those skills first before trying to manage a team.
That's perfect. Perfect. Like I know you know how to use this kind of thing. Yeah. But even me watching videos too helps as well. So what I do is sometimes when I'm at work, I might listen to a video. Yeah. But I have time when I'm out on YouTube course. Watching videos there, but you could do something like that. And then just or asking people for help to give for advice as well. I call a mentor. And every time something what do you think I should do? And then she walk me through it. So that way. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Yes?
I have a habit of I try something because I give up on it. Yeah, and then I look at my kids and once I'm like, oh, I can do that, but I haven't been the same kind of effort that they have. Right. And I always sit around and with me. If I'm like what I would accomplish actually
when I was talking about going to them as babies, you never create. So okay, I heard this quote from one of my trainers, right? He said that he was basically talking about going to the gym. He said Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built over time. So nobody's gonna have it all figured out the first day. The first time I did first aid and CPR by compression, the first person I trained couldn't even do the compression. I told you, let's do it on the table, let's do it on the chair. I was stressed out. But now I know exactly what to do when they can't do the compressions. Over time, you learn one or two skills to be able to help you. It's not going to be perfect in one day. My shell wasn't perfect in one day. And during the time I asked my sister, help me taste, see if it tastes, or what is it missing? And she's like, it's missing my yellow. This is my yellow. Okay, no problem. Then I'll run downstairs. So sometimes, even to get the perfect batch, it'll take me an hour even before I start the video. So take small, little baby steps, and then eventually, when you get the food, it's perfect and whole, right? All right. So let us look into Yeah, this is where we're at. Let's look into the steps of starting a business, right? I told you it doesn't all come up in one day. So we're first gonna identify the problem. We can use the situation of the halo as an example, right? The halo, what the problem was is that, let's say you're stuck somewhere in the middle of the night, it's maybe 2 a.m., and you don't have another car. This halo will connect to a car, right? I forgot my jump starter. Basically, if you click right here, and you put the jump starter cables in it, and then it jump starts the car. It was probably somebody that was like, I can't keep doing this, like I can't keep waiting for another car to jump start, right? That's probably the problem that they thought of. Okay, now when you jump start, it's late at night, how do you see? You charge your phone. Like I mentioned earlier, what happens if you can't charge your phone, your car is dead, you can't charge your phone? You have two different types of chargers. Listen, I don't travel without my halo. It's great. So that was a problem. Begin by recognizing the gap in the market or specific problem that needs to be solved. For example, I started my first aid and CPR business because I noticed the need for the first aid and CPR certificate in my workplace. Make sure it's something that you're passionate about. We spoke about this earlier. Even the days that you're tired, it's your passion that's gonna push you. It's that passion, your vision is gonna say, now you have to keep doing. You can't get tired. You have to keep doing it. My kids, we just finished our anniversary in church, and the days that I was just, we're all so tired. That next day, I was running up and down the stairs. It's a vision, the passion. I was telling somebody that what my quirky thing, what makes me excited is my kids in church. I love them, right? So that's what makes me, that's what passion, that's what keeps me going, even though I'm tired. So your passion will take you a long way. 2, brainstorm solution. The solution doesn't have to come in one day. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. The solution doesn't have to come in one day. Sometimes it can take time. Maybe you brainstorm, you think about it. Maybe you'll have it on a piece of paper. Okay, this doesn't sit right with me. Let me try this. Once you identify the problem, come up with a potential solution. Consider different approaches and think creatively about how to address the issue. 3, have a good vision. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it clear on a tablet, so those who read it will run. We learned earlier that it's not, you can have a vision, but if you keep it on your head, sometimes you'll forget. Like sometimes, have anybody had like a song come to their head, or something that they even wanted to do, and then told me, like, what did I even say I want to do again? I just can't remember. Then I start counting 1, 2, 3, until it comes back to me. So you have to write it down. Have a clear vision that will guide your business decision and inspire your team. So write it down on a piece of paper. So even if you forget about it, let me tell you a funny story since my mom is back there, right? So one time when I was younger, I lost my tooth fairy. That's when I used to believe in the tooth fairy. I lost one of my tooth, and I wrote a letter to the tooth fairy that day because I was so heartbroken with everybody. I lost my tooth. So I wrote a letter to the tooth fairy, said, dear tooth fairy, I lost my tooth, but this. Shut please give me money. Have mercy on me, right? I think my mom found that letter maybe 2-3 years later, and she put the letter and then the money under my pillowcase. Now imagine that. So now imagine if you write down a vision, you map down everything. 2 years later, if you stumble upon that, you're like, oh my gosh, I had that idea, I had that thing. And then you can grow from there. Maybe by then you have more money. Maybe by then the problems still haven't been solved. You still have that opportunity, right? The next thing, create a business plan. Outline your business goals, strategies, and target market, and financial projections. A solid business plan will serve as a roadmap for your business and is often essential for securing funds. 5, secure funding. Depending on your business model, determining how much capital you need and explore your options for financing, rather through loans, investors, or personal savings. Remember, you don't need much to start a business. It can be $20 or $2,000. Develop your brand. Create a strong brand. Create a strong brand. Identify that which reflects your business values. This includes your logo, your website, and your marketing material. What makes it stand out? Maybe you're a silly person and you want your logo to have a picture of a frog. Or maybe you're like me and you love lions and you want your logo to have a lion somewhere inside. Let your brand describe who you are. 7, launch your business. Plan for launch and introduce your product, service to the market. Utilize social media. Everybody has a social media. community events, or other platforms to promote your business and attract consumers. By following these steps and staying committed to your vision, you can successfully start and run a business, okay? So now, I feel like it would be unfair if I just talk to you and I don't give you practical time to kind of think about these things. So now, while it's good for me to stand here and talk, I believe that we can all brainstorm an idea today. So before we leave here, I want us to think about what we can do in business. I heard some people like arts and crafts. One of my friends, she sells little she knits and she sells things from her knitting. She does different type of ideas. So maybe it's something like that. You can go and sell it for $1, $10, $15, and people will buy. So let's do a quick activity together. I want us to take a few minutes to brainstorm problems around us and think about a solution to solve them. Or it could be a passion that you have, right? Remember that business is just a solution to a problem. There are many problems that we encounter daily. Look around you. Think about your work, school, church, mosque, or even your community. Identify issues you see and consider how to solve them. You don't have to have $5,000 to start a business. You can begin with just $5. You know, the example I gave earlier is that I went to the dollar store to buy these different types of candies. Back then, it was like, I buy a bag of dum-dums, and I sell each dum-dum for $1. You know, dum-dums come in like 50, 100, so now I buy something for $1, I get $100. That's so nice. I'm really enjoying them. So maybe, yes, it's just $5, right? Maybe that $5, like we were mentioning earlier, it doesn't even have to be originally to start the business. Maybe you can use that $5 to buy a book, or you can use it to buy your first product. Remember, the key is to take action and it's just not to talk about it. All right, so let's dive into the activity. I want you to brainstorm a problem you noticed and think of a potential solution. For example, maybe you've seen that there's a lack of resources for students who struggle in math. I know we talked about the tutoring for football. A solution could be creating a tutoring service that pairs experienced tutors with those in need. Another example is identifying the waste and local events. A possible solution might be to organize a food recovery program that donates leftovers to shelters. So let's get creative. Think outside the box. We'll regroup in 10 minutes. Be ready to share your ideas, and let's support each other to find solutions to problems that we see. So I know that everybody outside their papers, so we can all use those papers and write on that. If not, I think I have some in the back. And then we go outside for a pen. And then even if you have a problem that you don't have necessarily a clear solution for, we can bring it back to the table, then all of us can think about it together. So in 10 minutes, we'll regroup that probably around 1:55, and then we'll move on. Is that okay? All right, so let's start. I'll roam around, and then we can all talk about it. So let's start.
So here's something like that.
What about you,
Yeah, bring this. I want to
Okay, so unfortunately because of the time, I won't be able to go too much in depth with the business idea, but I do want you all to see. Are you all here? Yeah. I do want us to all take what we've learned today and go and start something. I was telling them back there that something for people that are good with content. Right now, social media is everywhere. You can do like Reddit stories. My sister's like, "Damn, when will you finally be delivered from Reddit stories?" I don't know when God will deliver me. But in the morning, I'll wake up and literally just listening to stories. All they do is do Subway Surfers, and then they find an AI story and put it on top. And that's making them cool money. By the time you watch it 1 or 2 times, you make them millions. So think about social media. Social media, AI, they're making things so easy for us. Let's use that as our advantage. I wish I was that creative to be able to do something like that. Maybe I'll look into it. All right. So as we wrap up on our discussion about young entrepreneurship, I want to emphasize that the future truly lies in our hands. Are we all here? Yes. All right. I want to emphasize that the future truly lies in the hands of us for the next generation of visionaries and entrepreneurs and innovators. You, as young entrepreneurs, you have the unique blend of creativity and resilience to drive change and to challenge the status quo. Remember, the journey of entrepreneurship is not just about building a business. It's creating an opportunity, solving problems, and making a positive impact in your community. Embrace your ideas, learn from your failures, and celebrate your successes, no matter how small they seem. So, as you step out today, know the path ahead that may be filled with challenges, but it's also rich with potential. Dare to dream big, take risks, and never underestimate the power of your voice. Together, let's pave the way for a brighter, more innovative tomorrow. Thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see the incredible things you achieve.
Wow, that was powerful. Can you all just put your hands together? So that was powerful. I mean, see guys, everything that everyone has been saying, who can tell me the commonest thing that all the speakers today have said? Go ahead. Yes. AI. Okay. Entrepreneurship, another one.
Have to work.
You have to. See, it's all about that mindset. Entrepreneurship. AI. That means we need to think outside the box. So I'm really glad that you guys you enjoyed today. You learned a lot. I seem to be writing things down. Damila gave you activities. You guys did it. And you guys need to just start thinking how to be creative. Look at things from a different perspective. How do you want to solve this problem? Leverage technology. Start your business. You're not too young to take business. Like Damila said, you don't need $5,000 to do business, especially now in the digital age. Learn to create things that will generate money even when you're sleeping. There's so many things that roll it out and it's going to be making you money even when you're sleeping. So thank you. That was powerful. Now, this section is a fun part. Election time. Election. Now, for the current executives, let's see if I can get this back.
What, like president?
Yeah, everyone. I want to show on the website the current youth executives that their tenure ends today, and then we will have a new set of higher rank executives that is going to move this organization forward, because you are all the future of Offa. Our time, we are like winding down, right? Our parents are already giving us the baton, and we are like, hey, it's your turn. Because I want to be hearing all your names globally. And I'll say, you are more funny just from Offa. And that's what we're known for. Call it arrogance, call it, we're just proud of who we are and what we do. And so should you all. So I'm going to show you, if you don't know the website for ODUNA, it's just oduna.org. So if you've never been to that website, it's an opportunity for you. Go to oduna.org. If you want to know all the names of all the compounds in Offa, they're all on that website. Like over 200 names. So you can ask your parent which one of the compound the youth for. So just you can share screen now.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really so what we're getting, if you have your phone or your tablet, you can just go to ODUNA.org and you see the website. Yeah, right there. So if you click the ODUNA tab, click the ODUNA tab at the top, go to the ODUNA. So everybody look up. Then click the young youth executives. Okay, there you go. Just scroll down. So the current executives, these are the outgoing, like the tenure ended today. So we'll do another election. All the new executives, we're going to upload them. So we have Mubarak, President Risa Lawal, VP Ayman Lawal, then Farida, Hamida, and Bettina. These are the outgoing executives, but for the new executive that we're about to do now, we have more positions because the youth organization is growing, so we need more capable executives. Like the program of today, it's not easy to bring, create a program like this whereby everybody will enjoy the topics and all that. But at this point, I also want to thank all of you that I know that newly, there are some people who have actually shown interest that they want to be part of this. So I really thank you guys for coming, for showing that genuine interest. And this is what the youth organization is about. That's what this organization is about. To help you in this culture, in this American, culture on the American soil to thrive. That's all about it. You need to thrive. You need to break ceilings. Like, who cares? I keep saying it. I want to be hearing that one is the general surgeon of the federation here in the United States. And I can say, I know her now. As my daughter should say, that one is it doesn't matter. The next Bill Gates should be coming out of you. The next Elon Musk, whoever, all these business tycoons should be coming out of you guys. But I see that Lola up there, maybe she's become the Trade Secretary of the United States. I said, yeah, because she has that. So that's what I want to be seen. And not just in the US, you can be, even in Nigeria, even in Ghana, the world is so connected now that your leadership skill will take you anywhere. And how do you get that? It's from things like this. Because when knowledge is poured into you and you roll with positive-minded people, there is no two-way about it. You're bound to be successful. You don't even have to sweat a lot. When you surround yourself with positive people and you have a lot of knowledge, then you can do anything. And like I said, everything is possible. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Now, election time, fun time. So now we have, I'm going to read the positions. We have the president, the vice president, the secretary, assistant secretary, the treasurer, the social secretary, the assistant social secretary, the organizing secretary, and the assistant organizing secretary. Now, those are the positions, a lot of positions. Yeah, thank you, President. I will tell financial secretary because we have a lot of programs that requires money, right? Yes. Alright, so we have how many positions here? We have like 10. President, vice president, secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, social secretary, assistant social secretary, organizing secretary, assistant organizing secretary, and the financial secretary. That's the part that I miss. How did I miss that? Sorry about money. Okay, so now the way we're going to do this, because this is a young adult, I know some of you are still teenagers, some are already in that young adult. So we have to kind of mix and match. Even though we call it election, but I think it's more of selection. And the reason why it's more of selection is because we want to have people who will be able to create things, create programs, create programs that you guys will be able to plug into and help the organization to thrive. So that's why we have to do that. And also because not everybody know each other. So if we say, oh, let's cast ballots now, you may not even know who to write, but that's why we, as the adults, were kind of an oversight. We play that oversight role because we can spot who can fit what role, and we'll be here to support you. I know my tenure is today too, as the youth, youth committee leadership. But it doesn't matter. The adults, we're always here to support the executives. Why the executives also meet with you guys. There's a platform, and then there's a youth, ODUNA youth platform on WhatsApp that the new executive will also, grow, because it's the same platform. If you have not joined that platform on the WhatsApp, we will send the link out again. The new executive will be able to socialize that the link so that you all can join. So that said, and as I call this name, we are announcing this, and we hope that you will joyfully. Please don't say, I can't do it. So everybody's busy in America. We all do that. Everybody's busy. Trust me. Some will be like, I can't do it. No. See, leadership, they said, uneasy wear the crown. And the meaning of that is that to be a leader, it's not an easy task, but that's where leadership is born from. And sometimes, you don't know why you don't even know why your name is selected. It may be that God has a purpose for you to thrive. Every little thing you do, even if you are not part of the executive, you are part of this group, and your contribution matters. I love you guys for the way you were asking questions, the way you are sharing your thoughts.
And that's what it should be on your group chat. Don't say, oh, because somebody is the president, then you can't ask questions. You know what? Remember what I told you? I said, you need to challenge. The way to go is to challenge things to say, okay, if something does not make sense, don't keep quiet. Ask questions. Ask diplomatically. Why is this like this? Why is it not like this? That's how you learn. So when I call your name and I call your position, you're going to support, come over here, and the entire house is just going to be clapping. And please don't say, I'm like, what? I want to, everybody wants. America is one everywhere, and there, right? So, now, drum roll. For the president of the youth, ODUNA Youth Association, starting from today, is somebody, can anybody guess?
Me.
I like that. So, she has, of all the young adults, I think only two people have attained that status as of all of you present here. Only two people have attained that status, which is marriage at this point, that I can see in this hall right now. So, the president is going to be Dr. Miriam Ige. So that's her. I'll just tell everyone, once we are done, each of them take the mic, tell them a little bit about themselves. Now let's go to the vice president. Drum roll. The vice president is no other than Damilola. Let's keep going. Yes. The secretary is Ahmed Ibrahim. Step out. Okay, we'll find someone to get him back. He was here. So Ahmed is secretary. Assistant secretary will be Alima Akamu. Then the treasurer is Iman Olajude. Then the social secretary, who is in ascension, I think is on his way, is Adetola Abdulkadir. The assistant social secretary, number one is United. Yes. Then the organizing secretary is Majida Lawa. And our assistant organizing secretary is going to put that in there, who was Alayode. And then the organization secretary will be Tabara Lawa.
Ahmed Ibrahim, he was sitting back.
I say if he doesn't show up, we just give his position.
He was here, let's see. He just stepped out. He was actually going to be, he was supposed to have spoken with one of the guest speakers, but he had a call. I think, Ahmed, he told me he had a meeting because he's still working. So he's just here working, kind of vacation. But anyway, guys just line up, please. Just by my side. While they're getting a man. So everybody share to introduce yourself and your new position. And before I forget, you will all send a picture. You all send your picture, because I need to take that website so we can get it on the website as the current executive. Okay, that's a man. Come on, a man. He's the secretary. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to start from the president. No, let's start from here, and the president will be the one to be classed. So tell us your name and your new position. I know you are the secretary. That's right. Okay, Fuaz, you are assistant organizing secretary. Who else should know their position? You all know. Okay. Okay, Majida, you are organizing secretary. And then, similar day, you are assistant social secretary. Social secretary is Tola, who's not here. Tola's sister, can you help us test Tola that we have? Oh, yeah, nominated him. Okay, yeah.
Y'all don't pay me enough to admit this shit.
Come on, stand in for Tola.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Come on, stand in. Yeah, come on, stand in for Tola. And just so you guys for the record. Yeah. And then the assistant secretary is Alima Akomi. So Tola is our associate secretary, Dr. Alima. And then VP Damilola, President Dr. B. Alright, so let's get out of the way. Tell us your name, your full name, your position, and where you reside. And what you think you're going to bring to the table of this awesome executive.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ahmed Ibrahim. I am the secretary. I think one thing I can bring to the board is just organization, clarity, and thinking about fun events and keeping everyone structured as a secretary.
Awesome.
I'm Adijala. My brother is Adesola. He lives in Philadelphia, and he's the social coordinator, secretary. And I don't know, he's a very creative person, and he'll do great. And he has a lot of experience.
My name is Boaz. I am assistant secretary.
Yeah, the assistant organizing.
Oh, assistant organizing secretary.
Yes.
And I'll make sure everything goes fine. Everything come out clear. Okay, that's it.
My name is Tamar Wall. I'm the financial secretary. I'm gonna make sure we spend money wisely and correctly and not overspend or underspend and just keep everything in checks and balances. And I live in Brownsburg, Indiana.
My name is Majida Lawal. I am the organizing secretary, and my goal with this is to bring a lot of creativity and organization into the youth aspect of ODUNA, and also like make sure it's all in check and make sure our events are well planned and stay on task and focused. And I reside in Brownsburg, Indiana.
My name is Mosimilade Oluwadipe, and I am the social secretary assistant. Assistant social secretary. And I reside in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm so excited to see what this position has in store for me. And I'm also a creative person as well. So.
I'm Iman Olajide, and I'm the treasurer. And I think I could be a good treasurer because I have experience handling money and as well with other stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Halima Akamu. I'm looking forward to being assistant secretary, working with the secretary and everybody else on this board. Looking forward to teamwork and organization, and I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hello, my name is Damla Deepa. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm excited to just see what the new board brings together and then what we can achieve together as a team, and also to network and know one another more.
Hello everyone, I'm Miriam Ige. I live in Queens, New York City. I'm the president. I'm looking forward to building a community together and building on what the last board did. And each and every one of us are all powerhouses in our own right. I'm excited to bring all our big brain energies together and accomplish some great things.
Second, as president. Okay, so we thank God for this power-packed, beautiful, handsome ODUNA Youth Executive. Another round of applause. Well, at this point, don't forget, I will send to the president the current youth ODUNA Youth platform on the WhatsApp. If you don't have that link, I will send it, and the president, you all can just continue so you don't create another group chat, because there's already like 20 something about that group chat. So you can just grow it from there. So that's that. The national body will announce all your names. We're going to be seeing your beautiful faces on the website. So we're going to need pictures so we can upload the title and everything. Anything you want us to know about you. So that's that. So at this point, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. We have to be back at 3:30. What's the time now?
It's 3:22.
So we'll be back at 3:30 because we have 2 more speakers, and then our executives, they will have to just have no time to rest. They are starting work. The work starts now. So they can switch to action. And at 6, please, everybody,
because we have gift for everybody present today. So at 6 o'clock, there is a beauty pageant. So we have a show. There's going to be beauty pageant and fashion show starting at 6. Everybody, doesn't matter, wear whatever you want to wear. Please come. They're going to remove this divider at 6, so we can have the entire, the other side and this side for that beauty pageant and fashion show. So everybody have to be present. You know, most adults don't even know you guys are here. So when you come as sister, they'll be like, whoa, where did they come from, right? Because, you know, we have been busy here. They don't know we're here. So, but 6:30, everybody will come together as the national, but we have to be back at 3:30 first, so we can wrap up with the 2 remaining topics for the day. They're very, very, you know, special topics too. So, and that will be it. And then we'll come back at 6 for the pageant and the fashion show. And everyone here, you get your gifts. So, any question? Yes?
Is there candy in the gift?
Candy? Well, I don't know, but if there's no candy, then we will have candy. So, and there's some candies on that table outside. Oh, there's that candy there, see? Okay. So at this point, I will let the president, the microphone does, and work starts now. So she can say 1 or 2 things before we go on break. Whatever you want to tell. They're your hands now.
We're going to present them to the national tomorrow. We're having, even if you are not, if I know that because you already took that, but we're going to like let the.
But that last time is here, so she will feel it, but she was standing for her tomorrow. Yeah, so
you guys be ready because we're going to ask you questions. Anyway, Dr. Ibis, Dr. Mariam is all this firebrand, guys, are up to that. So, after this, we're going to have Juma. We have that we're going to move to the other side. The matter already said. For those who want to pray, go and have our human prayer. The older adults will come here for their lunch. Then we can rearrange that place so that we can serve as our lunch out there. Does that work?
Please make sure you're back.
Okay, I understand I'm standing between everyone and their break, but on behalf of the board, I just want to say that we're super excited to start this this new endeavor with each and every one of you. And please join the group chat because we're going to do a lot of organizational stuff through that. Anybody else have anything to say?